What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vonnie coming back at y'all with another YouTube video. So, in today's video, I want to get straight into it, man. How to make money even if you don't know what to do, man. A lot of us are like that, man. We're stuck. We don't really know how to make money, how to save money, where to go. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot that school didn't teach us. You know, they taught us what, y equals mc squared, something like that. But never taught us about money, never taught us about finances, never taught us about what to do when you get some money or how to get some money. You know, we all got our 9-to-5 jobs, and those are cool, but you're capped out. You know how much you're gonna make if you work 40 hours. You know how much you're gonna make if you work 50 hours. You know how much you're gonna make every 10 hours. You make 17 an hour, you're making 170 before taxes, and then after taxes, you're probably only making like 140. So let's get into it, man. Start off with what pays. You guys know what things pay. Outside of your 9-to-5, you got those side hustles that you got to do. You can clean. A lot of people, I feel like the cleaning business is so underrated. It's the most underrated business that you can be in. You can clean people's houses. You can clean people's cars. You can clean offices. All those things. People love paying other people for them to clean. And then, there's always, you get off of your 9-to-5, you're looking for some extra cash. You can be a delivery driver, go DoorDash, go drop people off. And, with these apps nowadays, you can get that money instantly. You need that money today, you can get it today. So, start off with what pays, and chase your love, what you love to do, in your free time. And if that is after your 9-to-5, you get off, and from 5 to 9, you're just chasing what you love. That's what you got to do. And one day it'll turn out how you want it to. Use the things that you have. This is how you're gonna get paid. If you have a phone, you could sell on Facebook Marketplace. You could just straight up. You got stuff that you're not using, that you don't use, sell on Facebook. Learn how to digital market. I don't really know how to do that, but a lot of people do make a lot of money digital marketing. So do things like that. If you have time on your hands, a lot of people don't like to trade their time for money. And that's what the 9-to-5 system is, trading your time for money. But if you need some money, trade more time for more money. Put in those overtime hours. Get to your bag. If you don't have money, you need to get to your bag. You need to put in them overtime hours just for a little bit. And then while you're doing that, stay down. You're gonna see your bank account grow. Like I was just saying with the delivery driver. If you have a car, these are things that you already have. Phone time and a car. You got a car. You can go do those, do the cleaning. You can drive to the cleaning places. You can do the DoorDashes. You can do the Uber Eats. You can do the Ubers. You can, meet up with the person to, sell your product that you wanted to sell off of Facebook. Certain things like that. So we all like to get that fast money, man. Flipping things for quick cash can be crazy, and a lot of times I like to go on Facebook. I'll see something for free. I'll try to make a few adjustments to it, and then I'll put it up for like $20, $30. And then what I do is I have people meet me super close to my house, so I'm not really wasting gas to, go get this thing. Because 9 times out of 10, you're wasting gas. Not wasting, but you're using gas to go get that item. So you don't want to use more gas, to sell the item. You're just gonna meet them next to your house, meet them next to the crib. So that's one thing I like to do when I'm flipping. But yeah, that's one thing that you could do. If you need some extra cash, I always recommend flipping. Learn a high income skill. If you have time, go to a trade school, become an electrician. You're gonna make $100K a year. Become an HVAC technician. You're gonna make $90K a year. Become a plumber. You're gonna make $120K a year. Those are high value income skills. You can do that, and on the flip side, You're going to make a lot of money. Now, yes, you do have to go to school for a little bit. Yes, you do have to pay for it. It's not as expensive as college, so don't worry about that. Save up a little money, and within, I say, 6 months to a year and a half, you'll have that degree, and you'll be able to get in the field. Another income skill that I like is sales. If you're good at sales, you're good at pitching, why not? Yeah, don't join the pyramid scheme, but if you're good at sales, do that. Or like what I'm doing, content creation. If you feel like you're funny or informational or educational, or you got something you can give to people, try it out. Try it out for a year. See if you got it. See if you got what it takes. Don't wait until you're ready. You're never going to be ready. Just do it. Just do it, man. Because, look, the faster you get into it, you're going to be uncomfortable at first, of course. Especially if you're working in sales, talking to strangers, you're going to be scared of rejection a lot. You're going to hear no so much more than you will ever hear yes. But them yeses are what's going to make you money. And if you ask this person and they say no, and then you don't ask this person, they could have said yes. They could have said yes. But you'll never know because you didn't want to ask them because the last person said no. So don't be scared of rejection. Everybody gets rejected. I heard a saying the other day. It was like, the biggest winners in life lose the most. Lose more than the losers. Because the losers give up. But the winners, they're losing. And when they get that win, bam, confidence skyrockets, and then they get told no 1,000 more times. They're on to the next person, and they're looking for their next win, So, you're going to be uncomfortable at first. Everybody knows that. The confidence is going to come from repetition. Not just thinking about it, just continuously putting yourself out there, rep after rep after rep. You want to build those income streams. If you got this going on over here, I say the biggest thing that you want to do, even if it's, $100 a week, find something passive. Find something in your life that you can do while making more money. While you're at your 9 to 5, get a vending machine. I always say that, even though it's only going to bring in, on the low end, it can bring in only $100 a week, $90 a week. But still, that's an extra $90 that you have. And then you can invest that into something else. Or like I said, do the little side hustles. After your 9 to 5, you get off your 9 to 5, you go DoorDash or you go do Uber Eats. Just stack those incomes together. And you're gonna see, man. You're gonna see, oh snap! I forgot I did DoorDash for 20 hours this week. Plus I worked 40 hours at my job. Plus I posted this video that's monetized on YouTube, and it got me $5 extra. That's a meal. That's a meal for the day, honestly. So think of it like that. You're not gonna be on top. You're not gonna be big off rip. You might have that vending machine that's only making you $30 a month, $30 a week. So $120 a month, which that's an extra $120. You let that stack up over a year, that's a little bit over 1,000. So it's simple stuff like that. And then you keep doing that year after year after year, you're gonna get better at those certain skills that you're doing. So really, it just takes discipline. That's what it all comes down to. If you want to make more money, but you don't really know what to do, discipline yourself. Go to work every day. What else? What better do you have to do? On your off day, you're just going to be lazy. You're just going to sit in bed and rot. You're going to get into a TV show, and then that's going to be that. But you could have made some money that day. So go out and make some money every day. I'm one of those people. I work 60 to 80 hours a week. I don't know. Oh my goodness, 60, 80 hours a week? Yeah, every week. And it's like, I don't plan to do that for the rest of my life. That's never in the plans. But I know that I have to do that at this young age because I know I need that money to invest further, to do more. So, you know, and it's not gonna come just out of nowhere. It's not, some days I'm not motivated, but that's where the discipline kicks in, because I have discipline. So I wake up and I go do it every day, regardless of how I'm feeling. And, that's good work ethic. That's, I'm trying. I might fail this day, but I'll try again tomorrow. And just being consistent. Last thing before I get off of here, man, you're not stuck because you don't know what to do, man. You're stuck if you don't start doing anything. Like, if you're not doing nothing, you're going to be stuck forever. If you're not trying and failing, you're going to be stuck forever. So don't put yourself in that stuck position, man. You're better than that. We're better than that. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to learn with you. All those things, man. If you need me, man, hit my socials up. They're all linked down below. Hit my socials up, and I'll teach you what I know. So that's it for the video, man. I'm gonna get off of here. Hey, thank y'all for the likes, comments, subscribing, all that good stuff, man. Y'all been blessing me. But I'm gonna get off of here. Appreciate y'all. Peace.